Welcome to Free Fall RC Podcast.
All right, let's get the show started. Welcome to another episode of Free Fall RC Podcast. I'm Steve, and here with me is Kevin,
Hey guys.
Andy,
Hey now.
and Iaen.
Hey, what's up, guys?
All right, this is episode 306, end of 2021. Are we there yet?
God, no kidding.
Have we
Seriously.
flattened the curve yet?
Yes, seriously, are we
curve.
there? Are we done with this shit yet? All right, let's catch up with everyone's week. Who would like to go first?
Not me. I'm gonna go last.
I can go ahead and go, I guess.
Do it.
All right. I worked a lot this past week. And on the spare time, I found time to finish decorating for Christmas. Me and the kids went ahead and put up the tree and everything. I even went as far as putting Santa's hand hanging out the lift gate of my Jeep, which has kind of gotten some attention. I actually had a couple cops the other day pull up past me on the freeway. They honked the horn. I look over, they're laughing and giving me thumbs up. So it was pretty awesome. Yeah, I've only been pulled over once for that, and that was like several years ago. But yeah, and of course, like all the cop did just come up to my window. It's like, yeah, you got somebody hanging out your trunk. And I was like, that's just fake. No, I was on Discord with the Winter Bash going on and everything. It was short but sweet. I would say Darren was on there, and then he brought one of his Canadian pals on there. He hasn't yet met in person, but they've talked a lot online. Of course, we talked about the AMA and Mac, which there's some stuff going on with that. I guess they're no longer, say if you have an AMA and you go to Canada, yeah, they're no longer sharing. I guess you have to get There's something going on with that. If you want to fly in either country, you have to get get Mac or either AMA, depending on what country you're in. So yeah, we talked a little bit about that, and then it was just like maybe a few of us that got on Discord, and of course, what was it, Thursday night? Was on the phone with McGrady, keeping him awake because like quite a few people, he went to Winter Bash, so I kept him awake for the last leg of the drive and everything. And other than that, that is pretty much all I did other than work. I mean, I did a double shift Saturday, and that completely kicked my ass. And then I turned around and did a 12 the next day. The only other thing RC related, I ended up getting the rest of the parts in needed to finish the Black Nitro. So I literally got those in today, with USPS being swamped with everybody's Christmas shopping online. Yeah, it took a few extra days to get here, but yeah, that's all I've got.
Okay.
Oh wait, one more thing.
Oh no.
On Discord, the local guy that I met last week, last weekend. Well, not this past weekend, but the last one. He ended up getting on Discord as well. We were trying to help him kind of figure out what's going on with his B stacks on. I forget which model he's got, but all of his larger models has the B stacks, and we were trying to figure out what was going on with it. Shaggy kind of pinpointed it might be a firmware issue, but we tried troubleshooting a few different things, and then later on he you know, told me that he's just going to go ahead and unload those and go with something that he's already familiar with, which he's already familiar with icons. So I guess he's switching his bigger models over to that, which is cool. Definitely get him up in the air, and we all talked fleets for a little while. Yeah, it was really cool. So hopefully he gets up in the air soon. That way, we can get to some flying. Hopefully with Christmas and everything being over here soon, I'll hopefully get to, have a little bit more free time to get some flying in as well. But yeah, that was the only other thing we did on Discord. But yeah, that's pretty much been my week.
Sweet.
Cool, man.
Who's next?
I'm next.
Go for it.
Because I still haven't done anything.
Oh, man.
You suck.
I know.
Yeah.
I still suck, according to Kevin. But I'm almost done with these beans. I'm in North Carolina tonight. Been working on them. That's why I sound terrible. I've been having equipment issues. I think it's mostly user error, but I'm not sure. I need Iaen, the IT guy, here to help me figure it out.
Oh, great.
Shit.
It's the old ID10T.
Yeah. Yep, that's him. ID10T.
I think you guys can figure it out. I have faith in you.
Think so.
Yeah.
Just throw a rock at it.
I'll just throw it at Iaen.
Yeah, there you
Iaen with his rocks and Andy with his farm equipment. I'm sure you guys can figure it out. Or light it on fire, whichever comes first.
Yeah, or both.
That works.
Both.
Yeah, so I've not really done much to talk about. So move along. Move along. Nothing to see here.
So why don't I go, and then I know Kevin what he did this past weekend. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah. So this past weekend, I did get a chance to fly Saturday and Sunday, which is a unique, I guess, situation. So yeah, Saturday I met up with Cliff and Ting and flew over at the Milton Field, the Rivana Club up there. Flew the Kraken 580, I think like 2 flights. And yeah, then the second flight, I don't know what I was doing, but I'm just like, oh, that's a unique sound. I thought I like blew the motor up or something, but no, I blew up the one way. So I was like,
geez.
Oh, wow.
So it was like, and I'm like, ooh, throttle hold, and landed it, and it was fine. And then I flew the Fireball, and that thing, I've been just flying on the deck. Like, I don't even, like, I'm skid bumping and trying to bump the head. I don't care. I'm just, I was blade scraping on their asphalt, a little runway they have there. They have like a little piece of like a rectangle asphalt there. I'm just like, just skipping across and inverted on his head. Beating the crap out of it until I went a little too low, and I think I kind of hit the tail down and pushed the boom into the blades kind of deal. I kind of like boom stroked it a little, but yeah. Flew the Raw, the Goblin Nitro as well. The Goblin Raw Nitro, sorry. That was great. So then that night, I fixed the Kraken 580. I put the 54-tooth gear pulley one-way, since I need to replace the one-way anyways. And I flew the next day. So Sunday, I flew the M2, kind of started my getting some little practice flights in the morning with the M2. And then I bust out the Kraken 580 Nitro. So now I have the 54-tooth, which changes the gear ratio from an 8 to an 8.6, I believe. And I'm still running the 570 blades. I think it needs a little more blades at this point, but it is definitely spinning a little less head speed up top. So, yeah, so I'll do that. But I flew the Goblin Raw Nitro like probably about 4 or 5 flights that day. That thing was my like go-to. And I also brought out another helicopter, which I haven't flown in a real long time, which is my Black Nitro, my Goblin Black Nitro Sport. And that was an interesting one. So I fueled it up, got it started. Everything was running good, and I took off and I was flying, probably a good, probably about 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes into the flight. And I don't know what I was doing. I was doing something and I just hear like a pop and the engine shuts off. I'm like, oh, I guess I might have popped the motor. It's a YS. It has the YS 91 Turek in there with the, what's it called again? The power tune. What is it? Power tune? The conversion for the OS carb.
Right.
And yeah, the whole carb fell off.
Oh, jeez.
So the pop, I guess, was
man.
like the seal popped. And I don't know if I haven't taken the pipe off to see if I bust the ring or anything. But yeah, I'm like, okay, I landed it and I brought it back to the bench and I'm like, let me try starting it. And I it started for like a split second, like a turn, like blick, and then it popped again. I was like, oh, that doesn't sound right. And I'm like starting and it's like, it sounds weird. Like if I'm, wide open throttle, because it has like a deeper when you're trying to start something that's wide open throttle. And I'm like,
yeah.
I'm looking at it and I'm like, and I'm moving my throttle servo and I'm like, oh, whole freaking throttle servo and the whole carb is moving back and forth with it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's not connected.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah, and then I switched over to the raw electric and finished the day off. But yeah, that was good. And I did bring that plane that I flew a couple weeks ago. I flew a plane, and I brought that plane back out with a proper prop. I put a air screw, whatever, 12 by 7, I think, or 12 by 6. And now I was like, ooh, it took off in like 3 feet of runway, like whoop, just went right up. And I was like, oh, this is great. I'm able to do full on like 45-degree knife edge. And I'm like knife edging, I'm like throttling up and popping it the other way and doing knife edging the other way. And I was like, oh, this is great. And I'm like, cool, I'm going to come down and do a left hand to right hand knife edge. And I started coming down like this. And then I just went, and like, I guess, I don't know, it's windy. And I think the wind caught the tail a little. So it kind of pushed it and just went right into the ground. And the wings, I just saw the wings both ways just pop off, broke the spar in 2 places. Ripped the spar out while it was.
I don't remember
split.
what plane that was.
This was the blue 3D hobby shop balsa. It's like a 42-inch wingspan.
Oh, okay.
That size, like a Sukhoi size, 3D plane balsa. It's one of the 2 planes that I bought from Bill. So the first plane, met its demise at Polda, and the lipo lit on fire at that time. And this one, just pretty much ate itself into like a bunch of twigs.
Oh man,
that sucks, dude.
No. I mean, I'm okay with it because I was actually expecting this plane to crash on the first flight, but it's funny because everyone at the club's like, oh, and I'm just looking around like, woohoo, that was awesome. They're not used to that. They're not used to helicopter pilots because when we crashed, I don't care if it's a plane. I'm still excited about it. It was still great to see.
Yeah, I still put my hands in the air. Yeah,
exactly. I'm like,
yeah,
that was awesome. And they're like, we were all like, oh no, and then we saw your big smile, and you're like, oh, okay. Yeah. So
you think we should take bets on how long Steve keeps trying to fly planes? Because every time he has a plane, he gets like 2 flights and then he destroys it.
Yeah. So with these 2 planes, that was kind of my plan in the first place. So we'll see. I don't think these other planes I'll probably, I don't know. I'll probably crash them anyways.
He either flies 2 flights and sells it or flies 2 flights and crashes it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Let's see. And that's about it. So Kevin, I want to hear about Winter Bash. I know.
Winter Bash.
Mm-hmm.
You got crazy FOMO?
Yeah.
Well, it was excellent, man. We were excellent to each other, and it was an excellent time at the Winter Bash. First off, dude, right off the top, dude, I gotta say thank you to Mike Gaeta to put it all together, and Kyle Stacy and Bert had a hand in it too. But thanks to those guys, especially Mike, because I know he's had some issues. And I talked to him, like first guy I talked to when I got there, and he said he was doing great, and it was great to talk to him and hear all that. But yeah, so I went to the Winter Bash. I went up Friday after work. It took me 2 hours to get up there. I left work at about 3:00, and showed up there about 5-ish. It was getting dark already, and I immediately met up with Jay and Eric, Jay Treadway and Eric Shue, which I think I'm kind of calling this, Jay and Eric do Orlando, I was going to call it. But I said, no, that kind of sounds like a gay porn movie. So, but I don't know. Anyway, because that's about what it came down to. Like, I had a blast with these two guys and a bunch of other people, man.
Yeah.
So Friday night we go. I show up. I'm there for like 20 minutes. Talk to Mike. Talk to a couple of people. I saw Frank from Miami, and Diamantes, and then I bumped into Eric, and we called Steve Shaw and said, "Where are you?" Of course, Steve was a little late. We'll see him soon. And Eric was like, "We're going to a Mexican restaurant. What else is new, right?"
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So we decide that we're gonna find a Mexican restaurant that's close, and we all start heading over that way. And we get to the restaurant. I text Steve Shaw. I'm like, "Hey, here's the address. This is where we're gonna be." And he's like, "Okay." And we get to the restaurant, and it's like a 45-minute wait. And I don't know if you guys have ever been out with Eric, but Eric's MO is we'll get some alcohol flowing while we're waiting. So him and I walk into the bar, and this huge bar goes like all the way around the one side of this restaurant. Restaurant was huge. It was packed. And the manager comes up to us and says, "Are you guys trying to get drinks?" And we're like, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, you got to go outside because there's a drink window outside." So we walk out the front door, and everybody's standing there, and we go, "Oh, there's a drink window we got to go to." And we walk over to the window, and the three people in front of us got margaritas the size of softballs. And Eric and I were like, "We'll take 5 more of those."
Oh my God.
So we brought him back, started handing them out. Immediately, Jay is sitting at a table talking to four chicks. He just sat right down within the first like 5 minutes. And then it just proceeded to get like nuttier from there. We just had, I mean, if you've ever been out with Eric and Jay, they're just a lot of fun. They're just, their middle name is Fun. They come from the same fun family. And so it was an epic table, man. It was me and Jay and Eric and Kevin McGrady from the Helly Heads. Steve Shaw showed up, and then Dan was sitting across from me from the Helly Heads. There was who the hell else was there?
Probably Ben Connor.
Casey was there. And Manny. I think that was it. I don't think Ben was with us.
Okay.
I don't remember now. We took pictures. I had a margarita, so that's my excuse.
Like
so then went back to the hotel. Went back to the hotel, and Steve Shaw and I kind of had a couple more drinks at the bar and hung out, and we were just talking to bartenders, who were really nice, really, really friendly. They were really cool and hanging out, and were asking us what we were doing there. We were told them we were flying toy helicopters, and they laughed, and then we started showing them some videos, and just the one girl was driving RC cars, and she showed us her cars, and then I showed R2D2, and that, like, everybody was like, the one guy was freaking out over that. Yeah, like telling me to bring it next time we come here. So onto the event we go the next day, and dude, it was perfect weather. I hung out with so many different people. I got a bunch of flights in, and it was just a lot of fun. I mean, I was 69th pilot to sign up. I had already pre-registered, but I was the 69th guy in the morning to sign up. I know people were signing up after that, so had to be at least 70, probably 80 pilots.
Nice.
And it was a really good turnout. So aside from the shenanigans with Jay and Eric, man, I hung out with guy from Pennsylvania, Steve Pohagin or something like that. He was I gotta like set aside a little time to talk about the amazing pilots that I saw there. And like, everybody's amazing. Everybody I'm going to talk about was amazing. And I had never seen Steve fly. He had a Helly's Over Delaware shirt on. I had a Helly's Over Delaware shirt on, and we were joking around about that a lot. And his buddy Al, who they were both flying Logo 200s towards the end of the day, like at the one end, and it was cool to hang out with those guys. But Steve's friend Buzz was there. Jeff Biter, who came out, to fly with us, who lives in Sebring. And I ran into Gina like first thing in the morning. I hadn't seen Gina in a couple of years, and we got to talking a little bit. Gina's just busy with her work, but still doing real well. Great talking to her. I got a chance to see her fly. Like I never stopped to see these people fly either, and I got a chance to see a lot of people fly that I wanted to. The Heliheads guys were there, Kevin and Dan. Scott Graham couldn't make it, which I was kind of disappointed about, but it is what it is. Life, we know how life is. Kyle and Bert were there. Got a chance to see those guys fly. Bert just he's throwing it down still, man. Saw Brandon Cooper. I ran into Nick Wisdom and hung out with him for a bit, chatting with him, which was really cool. I hadn't met him before, but I recognized his name as soon as he said it, And Joe Reyes was there. Like I said, Diamantes. It was great to see Mike and Chris and Patrick Yorger, guy that I met years and years ago, and we got to talking. And I went up and down the flight line. There was some giant scale stuff there, turbine stuff. It was just like everybody was out and throwing down, dude. There was a lot of crashes, but I'll get into that in a little bit.
Nice.
Two guys that I met were listeners of the show, John Elrod, and talked to him towards the very end of the day on Saturday, and a guy named Mike Ludke from Puerto Rico, who came up to me and was like, "Hey man, we listened to you in Puerto Rico." I was like, "Holy shit!" Like, and he was like, I had to like Facebook, stalk everybody to see what everybody looked like, so I could definitely come up to you and say, thanks for doing the show. Him and John both said, thanks for taking the time every week to doing the show, and the effort that we put in.
Yeah.
So I wanted to give those guys a shout out. But man, I had a lot of fun. I had my Oxy 5, my 690, flew the Oxy 5 a bunch, and you get out there with these pilots, dude, like everybody's just killing it, and I'm doing the same 4 maneuvers like first flight, and I'm like, and then that goes away the second, third flight, and I was having some fun. Got a chance to hang out with Dan a lot from Heliheads, man, and he let me fly his Logo 200. Let Steve Shaw fly that Logo 200. Dude, that thing's a badass little heli, man. I'll tell you, it really is. It was a lot of fun flying that. I got to say thanks to Dan, and Dan was killing it with it, like orientations, just doing all this flippy shit. That guy I was talking about earlier, Steve from Pennsylvania, man, you should have seen him flying one of those things, man. Just pirouetting nonstop, inverted upright, like back and forth. Just amazing skill that a lot of these guys have. So, dude, some of the flights, and Nick Maxwell were there. I got a chance to talk to him for a little bit. And Nick is such a great dude. Like, this guy, Nick is like just an amazing pilot. What he's done for the hobby, just unbelievable over the years. And he still, when you go to talk to him about his flight, he's still very humble. It's really amazing. He's just such a cool guy, and what he's done and gone all over the world flying and stuff like that. But my God, man, I watched a flight, and this is something me and another guy noticed. He does one flight where he's throwing down and does a bunch of maneuvers, like a bunch of crazy stuff, and then he'll do a second flight, and he never repeats anything he did the first flight. It's like he's two different pilots, man. And still throwing down and still doing some cool stuff. But one thing I noticed him do, man, aside from watching him do a serious blade stop, which was amazing, he was doing these tail down funnels where he was rolling the ailerons like while he's doing the funnels and keeping the perfect funnel form. Like, that was like one thing I remembered. And I said to the guy who I was with, I think it was Steve, I was like, he's doing shit I wouldn't even have thought of doing. Like, who even thinks of doing this kind of crazy shit, man? Amazing flights, dude. That I saw. Justin Cook was another one, dude. Let me tell you, Justin Cook, he was doing pyro funnels, and that's where he's pirouetting as he's doing the funnels, keeping it in the perfect funnel form. He did that with slow pirouettes, and without stopping, like the next time around, sped the pirouettes up. And I was like, holy shit! Like, how do you even how does this even work? Like, this is just amazing to watch, and that blew me away. Then he goes up high. He must have threw it into like a lower head speed, and he comes screaming down in his auto, and then starts doing this stuff in a low head speed. That was really cool too, because everybody's like, because you see this, you don't know if he's autoing, as the RPMs are dropping, as he comes out of the auto, you're like, what's going on? Is he landing? Is he going to crash? Because the head speed just dropped. It was a pretty amazing flight that he did. And then I saw Kevin McGrady and Tom, a local guy there, who did a tandem flight that was really cool. I saw Diamante do a tandem flight and plow something in. A lot of wrecks, man. There was a lot of crashing. Frank, Mordeos was Mordelios, I called him. Mordelios. Yeah, that's the Burt camera pronunciation. Yeah, he had a little issue and autoed it down. I think he had a boom strike or something. I watched Justin Cook later, dude, and I didn't even watch the flight, but I heard somebody yell out, "Oh, he doesn't have it," and it was way out, like into the tall grass.
Okay.
But he was screaming down. I don't know what. I think he either lost a battery connection or just flew out the battery. And I looked up and I saw it coming down. Remember Kyle Stacy in Delaware doing that auto? That's what it looked like. It just never stopped. It plowed right into the ground.
That never stopped.
Yeah, I think he was. I don't know. I don't think it was tail down. It was more or less nose down. But he had one of the pictures I put was the ESC. He had folded out like a deck of cards.
I saw that. Yeah.
That was crazy.
Pancaked it like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like long ways, like kind of folding it out a bit. That was Ben Connor. I was hanging out with Ben, and he was like, "Get a picture of that freaking ESC, man, from the side." And that was crazy, and his battery was just like bulging out, And so was his dad. His dad was bulging out pretty good too, because his dad was like, doesn't know when to stop. He's going. He was saying,
wow.
"Oh man." But and poor Dan from the Heliheads, he had that gorgeous like Gucci, nitro that he has, that nitro raw, and that thing was flying so good, so sweet. And then he put that in towards the end of the day on Saturday. McGrady's got video of that. It's really a shame. I got a picture of it like right before he flew it, and kind of sucks because Dan's a great guy, really good pilot, nice and smooth. It's kind of sucked to see that, just got let a little too close to the ground, man. But I did get to see the 580 raw nitro.
Yeah.
Was it
How'd
nitro?
that
I
look?
don't remember. No,
just
580, 580 raw electric.
The raw.
Very cool, man. Very, very cool. Yeah. Kyle Stacy threw down with that, but you could see there was a little reserve there. He wasn't going all out with that thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But he was still flying like pretty damn hard with it. And Kyle's just another pilot, man. Kyle, you gotta, dude. Everybody goes up to Kyle and is like an amazing flight, blah blah blah. But that guy, dude, is just like he's on 11. Everybody's pushing 10, and he's just at 11. It's really
like 18, I would say.
Yeah.
He's off the chart.
Yeah. But so mmany good pilots, dude. Like any other fun fly, like just everybody that goes out there is like 10 times better than I am. But it was a great time. I had a really good time. I got a chance to pit with the Helihead guys. They were like Heliheads guys. They were just like, yeah, just chill out with us, And my little generator did great. My little sucker so I was running back and forth to my Jeep, just charging batteries and stuff like that. flew a couple times with Steve Shaw. Steve got a couple flights in, and did a lot of talking, a lot of hanging out, and it was really I had really a lot of fun, man. A lot of sun, a lot of fun.
A lot of fun in the sun.
Yeah, and one of the coolest things, there was some giveaways, raffles and stuff, which I was happy to say that Steve Shaw didn't win anything.
Oh, great.
Sorry, Steve.
I'm glad to hear that also.
I think I even said that to him after the raffles were over. But the raffles were amazing. There was a Whiplash kit. I think it was an electric kit. There was a 700 Raw. There was a conversion kit. There was a 5.5 Tron kit, some servos, I think a couple of motors, and then just a bunch of other like swag stuff that they gave away. I got like a $20 gift certificate to Graves RC, just for being a pilot and showing up. But I had put some tickets in the Raw and the 5.5 Tron, and I didn't win it, obviously, or I probably would have posted a picture about it.
Yeah. But
the coolest thing that happened, man, was the guys from the owners of Miniature Aircraft wanted to be there, Judith and Joseph, but they couldn't because of all the stuff that's going on with COVID and restrictions and blah, 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 blah. And Gina Tucker's getting into precision flying and the F3C and the F3N, that she's starting to get into all that. And they had a Whiplash 730E kit there that Gina thought they were giving away, like to somebody, well, just raffling it off. But beforehand, Angel got up and before they did all the giveaways and said, Gina, they wanted to be here. They'd talk to you about competing and they want you to compete. So this kit is for you. They sent it right there.
Is that why? Because
her.
I was seeing pictures and it's like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you look at those pictures, a couple of them, she's like, tearing up a little bit and very gracious. And that was really super cool,
awesome.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was another guy I got a chance to talk to as well, was Angel. And just all of those guys fly. And got to thank all of the, not only all the sponsors, but all like the, the team guys that show up. And there was guys, BK Hobbies, I saw Only Fine Helly's there, Miniature Aircraft. The Mikado guys were there. Even, what's his name? Brian from Mikado Tattoos.
Yep.
Saw him. Didn't chat with him at all, but I saw him a few times. Frank was there with his crew, the Maniacs batteries and the Azura blades and all that stuff, man. So when the other kit they were giving away was, or they were raffling away was Soxos 7. Yeah. When I got the chance to see one of those put together, man, that's an amazing looking heli, man. Beefy, with the canopy.
Definitely looks different,
Yeah.
Tail servo location and how it's mounted and works.
Yeah. The canopy looks like, I don't know, like a Harley Fat Boy or a pair of boobs. I don't know what you want to call it, but looks pretty good to me. Either way.
The canopy for me looks funny to me. It looks like it was like left out in the sun and like it like warped on the top inwards like that, but it kind of concaves in.
That's what it looks like, yeah. But it was a badass event. I'm glad I went. And I went to see my mother, after the raffles were over and it was getting kind of dark out anyway. Went and had dinner with her and drove back Sunday, man. And forgive me if I left anybody's name off the list that I talked to. I mean, it was cool to chat with everybody, and I think everybody was just looking for that big, after when COVID was going on in like 2020, we had those secret fun flies, and we'd have them down in South Jersey, and Drew Robinson, Jarek Chekas would show up, and they're like 5 hours away. We'd have all the Jersey guys show up, but that was like one of those, hey, we just want to get out and fly, screw COVID type of thing. This was like a let's get back to normal type fun fly, man. Like everybody was we were having so much fun, and it was just great to see everybody. And flight lines were like, 5-6 deep, which kind of sucked, but hey, we got a chance to hang out and shoot the shit, while we were waiting, and it was cool, man.
Yeah, and the weather was good, right?
The weather was really good, yeah. It touched
Awesome.
80. It was very sunny out
Yeah.
both days.
Fantastic.
That's
So
awesome.
I was really glad I went. I'm sorry you couldn't make it, Andy.
Yeah.
Or the rest of you guys,
I
Ian and
really
Steve.
miss being there.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Because you guys, like I said, I flew Saturday and Sunday. So basically Friday night, I'm like, oh man, everyone's going to this event. And then my wife's like, well, I'm taking the kids this weekend to Jersey. And I'm like, which is a plane ticket. And I would have gone, but like I was looking at a Richmond to Orlando, and it was like there was like 3 flights that I could take. One of them would go like Richmond to Washington D.C. to then like North Carolina, then to Orlando, and I was like, all these flights were like ridiculous, and they were like $600. I'm like, no.
Oh man.
It was 3, and it was like a direct flight. I would have probably done it, but yeah. Oh well. I did get a chance to pull in like 20 flights this weekend, so I'm cool.
That's cool, man. Yeah.
All right, let's get into the main topic then, huh?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right. Talk about the end of 2021.
Yeah, dude. Who would have thought end of 2021? Like, wasn't it like almost yesterday where we were all like, can we just get 2020 over with? Now it's the end of 2021. Like,
yeah,
that's crazy, man.
And we're like, can we get this year over with now? It's interesting how we were like all very much hopeful that 2021 would have been this year where like, fun flies are like all back to normal. People are hanging out, and you go to concerts again. You can do anything. Come turn out, some of that stuff was true. Like there were more events, I would say, this year, than 2020 for sure. You can go watch a movie if you wanted to. There's things you can do now, I guess, that we couldn't do in 2020, but shit, it's still not 100%,
Who thought it would be 100% though?
Yeah.
Not me.
Nobody.
No. Not the way people are.
It's 100% down here in Florida.
I gotta
aren't
say,
really
Virginia,
wearing masks, and
it's 50-50 here with masks. People wear, some people don't.
yeah, I know up in New York and Jersey, my wife just got like the booster shot or something, and
yeah,
I was like, okay. I got a booster seat.
Oh man. All right, so let's talk about some highlights of 2021. You guys have any?
I moved to Florida.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
I'm still doing the podcast. I thought for sure I'd be taking like a month or 2 off moving and stuff, but that kind of happened. The small move.
Small move, yeah.
It hasn't happened with the big one yet.
A couple episodes here.
Yeah.
Highlights for me, I joined the show.
Mm-hmm.
That was this year?
Yeah. He wasn't here last year when we did this, so definitely this year.
Oh, that's true.
So wait. If that's a highlight for him, do we need to put a section where it's not a highlight, like the opposite?
Yeah,
of
what's
highlight?
the opposite of that? I'm gonna click that off.
Right, that's what I'm trying to look at. Like, there's got to be the other side of that, right? The other side of that coin.
Oh man.
No, that's cool.
Oh, we did the tribute to RCHN this year because we hit 261, right?
Yep.
And then 300.
And then
300. Yeah, right.
300 was pretty momentous.
And then I got a chance to go to the North Carolina Fun Fly, probably something I wouldn't have done if I was still in Jersey, which was a lot of fun. That was really cool.
Yeah.
The 3 of us made it to that one.
Yep.
That was a hoot.
Yeah, I wish I felt better that weekend. That weekend was rough for me.
Yeah.
But yeah. Still good to see everyone.
Then I went cross country to 2 events, which I never thought I'd ever do. I mean, Spring Fling, I always wanted to go, and I got to experience it firsthand.
No, that's right. Yeah, I was gonna say spring fling. We did.
Spring fling and RCHO, yeah.
Yeah. And I never been on a plane before, so scratch that one off the list too.
Um,
Wow. And you two guys went to Urcha. Steve and Andy,
Yeah,
right?
Urcha was fun.
RCHO was fun, yep. I joined a couple new teams this year.
Yeah.
Actually, these teams that I've joined, I've never been part of teams in this, I guess, specialty or whatever they make, right? Like, so motors, batteries, and ESCs. Like, I've never had any other sponsors. Oh, actually, no, I had batteries. I was part of Pulse at one time.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I'm on part of Maniacs, YG, and Eagle Drift. So that's new. Some highlights for me in my personal RC career. What else?
Hmm.
Any episodes this year that really stands out for you? That we did. Obviously, there's the 261 RC Chen one. There's also 300. But besides those ones, since that's kind of a given, right? Personally, any episodes that kind of were special? Isn't that?
I don't want to say we're special, but I know one of them that stood out to me.
Yeah, which one?
The one with Ryan Zanow.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Only because of the controversy that we heard about it, and people had their opinions, and that's great.
Yeah. And I like that. I like that people have voice about it, one way or the other, right? Like, it wasn't all. So.
Yep. Yeah, we did the normal stuff. Had the logo 200 review, and we did a couple of reviews.
The Raw review was a really good one. That was this year, right?
OMP1.
Yes.
Raw, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a pretty good year, man.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Sorry. Someone's gonna say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say, did anybody learn anything new? I mean, over the whole year?
Maneuver-wise?
Yeah. I mean, because I learned the half pyros, and it just kind of opened up my flying a little bit more.
I feel like more recently I've learned a little bit more collective management to the point where like I'm more comfortable flying lower now.
I have unlearned a bunch of things. Does that count?
That
counts.
Yeah.
You're learning. You're just learning in the other direction.
Yeah,
exactly.
So that counts.
Backwards. Yeah.
I got my funnels down pretty good to where I'm getting 5-10 feet off the ground with those.
Nice.
And I'm screaming those around pretty good. Very comfortable with those. And I don't know if I learned it this year though.
But you might have learned the finite controls to bring it down lower and be comfortable with it, right? So that's something you learn, like you knew how to do a funnel, but you didn't really know how to like really do it. You know what I mean? Like tweak things as you're flying around, which you can then drop it and feel comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like I just drop it until it's getting close to the ground, and then I try and get it back up level. That's basically what I do.
All right.
Just feed in more collective.
Oh, I got to cut grass. Yeah, that's another one for me.
Nice.
Yeah, because typically whenever I would go like inverted, I would probably be at my lowest, probably about 3 or 4 feet. It was like the lowest I got, and then I want to say, yeah, it was that spring fling. I started cutting the tall grass, and then once I got back home and kind of regrouped from the fun fly and everything, I ended up still doing it. If I'm at the rogue field and the grass is just a little bit tall, it's like, yeah, sure, let's mow it.
Nice.
So I've gotten a little bit more comfortable with inverted flying, so that's awesome.
Yeah, I got a little bit more comfortable with it's kind of weird. It's the upright Mobius with a right rudder, like using right rudder instead of left rudder. So like
Right.
like a right rudder half Piero. I've gotten more comfortable doing that, but I don't know how to come out of that. So I come out of it doing a left Piero, like coming out of if you were doing a left Piero. So like I go into it through a right and come out of it through a left, which is really weird looking.
Well, just don't say you're doing that. Just saying you're doing it, you're reversing it. So you go in one way and out the other.
It still looks weird.
Yeah, but say it. You meant it's a maneuver. Don't say,
Yeah.
oh, I don't know how to do this. Say, yeah, I do that on purpose. 'Cause it looks weird.
I guess so. Sure.
I'm
Still
just trying to help
but
you
yeah.
out.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say that's something new. Like that's like real new. Like that's like end of November, December. I've been doing that now. So,
I did a few skids in TikToks, tail down TikToks.
Yeah, you were talking about that before. Nice.
I
That's
also learned how
probably
to.
about it.
I was gonna say I also learned how to do some drag pulls. I actually did it a couple of weeks ago when I was at the field, for drag racing, and just.
Oh, I thought you were talking about what Eric and Rob did.
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought.
No, he was doing drag shows. Is what I thought.
No.
Drag demos or something, dress up and drag and fly a helicopter.
No.
He's got that hair, he put it up.
Got that red gold rock.
Hell no. we'll leave that up to Eric and Robin.
Yeah.
No, like it was on Discord that I was talking with Gucci, and I told him I wouldn't mind doing like the drag races at some of the fun flies, and kind of briefly went over it. Of course we worked on it on the sim. I mean, this was like several months ago, and I ended up practicing some of those a couple weeks ago, and the nitro, it's quick right off the gate. It's the only one I've ever practiced it on, but I would run it straight out there, and then as I'm going, I pretty much loop it to inverted, bring it back, and once I get it back close to me, and just pop it up into like a half Piero and bring it back. So I've been working on those. That's something that's definitely new for me this year.
I learned what a rolling flip is.
No, we didn't learn that.
Not from me,
because he couldn't explain it.
Oh, that's true.
Well,
I learned that it is a thing, but he couldn't explain what it was.
Yeah, but we saw that guy who did a video on the sim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that was fucking amazing.
Yeah, that was really weird looking. he was flip roll. It was weird. Cool. Anything that in the hobby that stands out for 2021? And we kind of mentioned it, I would say, like, and I guess it could be a highlight as well, but the whole RCHO and the women's combat and Robin and Erica, was it? I thought that was that was hilarious.
Yeah, it's funny.
Anything else that stands out?
New models.
Like which ones?
Like the Raw, 580 Nitro. What else?
Does the 580 Nitro come out this year?
No.
That was last year.
That was last year. The Kraken 580 Nitro, that was last year.
Oh, okay. Well, still. The Raw.
XL Power.
Yeah, the
That's
XL
the
Power
V2.
The V2. Yeah.
It's like all the models that everybody I know has but hasn't built yet, except for Steve. Steve's built
I would have to say that the Raw is probably one of the biggest surprises of 2021. That Goblin released a Pod and Boom, pretty much,
Yeah, that is. Yeah, surprising.
Yeah.
And of course, the Genesis. I mean, I haven't seen one of those in person yet, but oh my god.
I mean, if you weren't a Goblin fanboy, would you know the difference between the Genesis and the,
No.
World Competition?
There's nothing surprising about it. It looks a whole
very
lot
similar.
like the others. Yeah.
Now, obviously with the canopy off, you've seen the transmission. It's a Raw transmission setup or the Kraken transmission setup, so it's different. But as a competition bird in fuselage. It looks like what do you call it? What was the other? I can't believe I'm drawing a blank. Genesis was the Yurkai.
Yurkai.
Yeah. Right? Like they look very similar. The World Championship Yurkai, the previous version, and the Genesis. Yeah, Genesis is a little bit slimmer, and obviously the boom design is a little bit different to mimic the Kraken. But overall, it kind of looks very similar.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, Maverick.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, that was
There you go.
unusual.
Yep. Unusual and something different. You wouldn't think an 800 with missiles on the side, like.
Yeah,
That's
and I
awesome.
didn't see any of those at Orlando. I don't know if there was any of them there, but I didn't see any.
Yeah, maybe Kyle didn't bring his out because I know he still has one, right?
I can't imagine them selling a lot of those, to be honest.
No, it's like a niche within a niche.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
something cool to have.
Yeah.
$1,600 isn't an easy pill to swallow.
Is that how much it cost?
Yeah, but I mean, if you compare it to the Genesis, what's the price of the Genesis? And this is an 800. Dope.
What's a Genesis, like 12 or something?
Oh, it's like 1480
14.
something. Yeah, it's just about the same price. It's a little bit less than the Maverick.
So it looks really fucking cool.
It does, and like that's something like I would love to have like as a shelf queen. I don't know if I would enjoy flying it. Maybe low head speed. All right.
Oh, and the Protos 800. That's another one.
That's not new.
Oh, I was gonna say, was it this year's or was that just like early last year?
It came out
2
like
years ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I would say the Heliheads got this all wrong. It wasn't the year to Gasser. Wasn't last year. This year's the year to Gasser. I'm definitely seeing more Gassers and Nitros out this year for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
Can't blame them. And Nitro prices are doing nothing but going up.
People wanted to get into gassers last year, and it took till this year to get their engine broke in.
Oh, you're right.
Wow, nice. Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, Dennis from Blackout Mounts kept on producing new kits and new conversions. JC and Carrie Shirley definitely released some new kits this past year. Now you got G Thangs, right? So that's something that's now available. Toxic Owl came back this year. OBR became a thing in the heli industry, at least, right? Because they've been around for the other stuff, yeah. So those all kind of new to 2021. That kind of stands out.
Yeah, it's definitely firing on. I wanted to say firing on all cylinders, but since it's a one-cylinder engine, I just say it's firing well.
Yeah. Timing as well. The timing is set up right. Cool. What about the people? I feel like this year, a bunch of new names and faces popped up in the hobby, from nowhere. Like I've never seen folks before, and I guess it's interesting, because I feel like for the most, since like 2018, 2019, like, all the people in the hobby I kind of know, right? Like the general names that come up on Facebook and stuff. But I'm seeing new ones, a lot of new ones.
Well, there was new ones to me too, like guys that have probably been that have definitely been in the hobby for a while.
Yeah.
But like Jay and Eric, and I really didn't hang out with those guys too much.
Well, yeah, Eric Shu, like to me, he just popped out of nowhere. Last year was Scott Graham, I thought. This year I would say Eric Shu. I would say Sean Hall.
Yeah, but
and
Eric
Brandon
was
Lee.
around a lot last year too.
Yeah.
I guess he's more known now. I don't know.
Yeah, he for sure.
I've known Scott Graham last year or the year before, or probably the year before that. Just got to know him more this year, just hanging out with those guys more.
Was he around?
So
before last year? I thought he just came back last year.
Who?
Scott Graham.
Scott Graham.
Yeah, he was around 2019 a lot.
Okay, so 2019 is probably the year I was thinking then. Okay.
That's when Eric. Well, I met Eric in 2019, but he got more popular, I guess, this year.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, just like the Gassers, he got broken in and
Mm-hmm.
this year.
It's a slow burn.
Slow burn, yeah.
Oh, and there's guys like I'm saying that I've known over the year. I've known of over the years, but just haven't gotten to know. Sit down, shoot the shit, even if it's 5 minutes, just to get to know them a little bit better.
Yeah.
Kevin McGrady, Dan, from Heliheads, those two guys, especially. I mean, we've hung out, we've even gone out to dinner, but I never got a chance to really just chill out, hang out, and it just even maybe if I did, it just feels like I'm getting to know them more. So, just it's all good, It's one big family.
Yeah.
Big happy family.
Yeah. Let's see. Manny Neto. I feel like Brandon Cooper.
Mandy, Brandon, yep.
Yep, a couple of folks that just kind of like. I mean, I know Brandon's definitely new. Like he's been in a year and a half or so. He's definitely been around last year as well, but definitely, more making a scene this year for sure. So, yeah, RCHO. I think like was really popular, but I feel like gotten even more popular this year. Like, more known or infamous, or whatever the words would be.
Even hanging out with Iaen, like at Spring Fling,
Oh yeah.
We've talked and stuff, but never got a chance to hang out together.
Yep.
Absolutely. And it's like I got to meet Mike as well. I mean, there's a whole shit load of people that I've met this year that I've talked to on Facebook. So it's like first couple events of the year, it was like a Facebook overload. I mean, you can't really make an accurate list of everybody you've bumped into. It's like I've met Tom Shin, met Kevin McGrady, met Gucci. I mean, pretty much all the guys of Heliheads.
All the guys on the East Coast.
Pretty much. I mean, it's hard to, name off everybody.
Yeah, I'd say Steve Shaw's probably a new person I met this year, like only met this year.
I met him at the Winter Bash in 2019.
I don't know, when did I meet him?
We met him in Urcha 2019.
Urcha, yeah.
Yeah. You're right. Okay. Anything else? Should we go move on to resolutions then? We'll talk about the resolutions we made in 2019, I guess, or 2020? No, 2020,
yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Look, my favorite part.
All right. I guess we'll just work it down the list since I'll go first here. I said I want to do. Andy, you gotta mute. Your mic's keying like crazy. All right, so I'll go first here. And in 2020, December, I said more left and right directional flying. Fully comfortable doing left aileron TikToks, and auto to end every flight. Yeah, right. All right, so the first one, more left and right directional flying. I definitely do that, but I still do a lot of, like away and at me type of deal. Yeah. But I do left and right, and I do start my flights trying to do as much left and right directional flying. So I would say I'm kind of doing that. Fully comfortable doing left aileron TikToks. I can do them, but no, I'm not fully comfortable. I can't move it around. I can't,
Yeah.
I don't know how to like if, when the tail kind of goes off, being able to adjust it while I'm doing a TikTok, like that's when I feel comfortable. I can do that to right. Like I can move the tail up, down. I can do them also when I do tail down. I can move them right or left, and I can move them around. When I do left aileron TikToks, I still get like mixed up. I'm doing like left aileron TikToks, and then I go like opposite, and it gets all weird, and then I have to bail out. Yeah, it's gonna fall out of the air. So yeah, nope, that didn't. And then I don't auto at the end of every flight unless you call, hitting throttle hold at 10 feet, which ain't autoing. So
No.
yeah. So yeah, 1 out of 3. I'll take it. Who's next?
You want me to go, Andy?
Yeah, you're next.
Tick 180 talk. Oh, what the hell is that? Is that like a rolling flip?
Yeah.
I don't even know what the hell. No, I think what that is I start tail down, and as I'm from the back side coming around to the front, I go nose down and then try to spin it back to, which I've done on the sim, but I haven't done it in real
It's called
life.
a pirouetting TikTok.
Yeah. Slow pirouetting TikTok. I thought that was a bit ambitious, but that never happened. So was my next one, finding a 700. Well, I found one this weekend, but I didn't win it. So I don't have it.
So hey, you found it. You just didn't buy one.
I got so good at this next one that I was able to crash doing it.
A couple times.
Try inverted auto. I actually did them successfully a bunch of times and then crashed. I don't think I've done. Have I tried it again? I think I have tried it again. Maybe not.
But you know what? I count that as successful. You tried it, and you did successfully land.
You did it.
Mm-hmm.
Like if somebody said to me, "Hey, do an inverted auto," I probably could.
It might be 50-50 chance for you. Crash dump it in, or you.
Yeah, I got to thank John Allen for helping me out with that one in the sim. Just a few words, and help me out. And inverted backwards flying. This I kind of have gotten maybe baby steps closer to doing, but not as much as I wanted to do. I still, like this weekend, I was like, I got to just do more flying inverted, period, more backwards inverted flying, just like the whole flight, maybe fly around inverted and then crash the next flight being upright, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right. So I got 1 out of 4, maybe, or
1.5.
1 out of 4.
Yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm. All
so
right.
What about you, Andy?
I had dismount autos, parentheses again, and I did do a good amount of dismount autos back when I was actually flying almost a year ago.
What the
but
hell
I don't
is
know
that?
if I got any better at them.
Is that when you jump off the golf cart as you're doing an auto? Like dismount auto?
Dismounting auto.
So I don't know what to count that. I don't think I got any better at or learned any new ones, so that's probably a fail. Next item on my list was more Puro stuff. I don't know. I can't remember. I don't think I learned any more Puro stuff. I maybe got a little bit better at it, but probably not. And then the last item is get all hurricanes and funnels dialed in. I don't think I did that either. I got better at them. I can do them in all directions, but I wouldn't call them dialed in yet. They're better, but not quite. So maybe if you took a little bit out of all 3 of those items, I might got half a point. So it's a shame I don't have my button where I could, dun 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 dun, burn.
All right. So Steve's tallying up the results.
And hey, I got a half a point.
Half? Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
right,
I wasn't on the show last year, so I
away.
get no points.
Oh yeah, you get no points.
Mm-hmm. I'm right in.
I think Kevin did the most, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my intention with inverted backwards flying was to actually do like circuits. I kind of can without dumping it, but it's not pretty at all. I just give it way too much aileron.
Well,
no matter which way I'm trying it.
Also, the second item on your list, technically, you successfully completed that. You found a 700. They're just not shipping them out yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you count that. You didn't say buy a 700.
Yeah, you just said
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's a bit shady and kind of a cheat, but we could give you a point for that.
Okay. I'll take it. I'll take the senior discount on points.
Yeah.
So what does that equal then? 1.3 points?
No, I would say like 2.5 points.
2.5?
You got a point for
what the hell's that?
You got a point for the 700. You got a point for the inverted autos, and you got half a point for inverted backwards flying.
Okay. I guess that sort of adds up. All right. And Iaen had 0 points because he's an idiot and wasn't on the show back then. So I don't know why he's saying suck it, Steve. I mean, I'm the one who wrote that, so it's not like he wrote that, you know. So yeah. All right. 2021 resolutions. What do we want to accomplish this next coming year?
Oh boy.
Okay, who wants to go first? We don't have to go in order. We can go in any order we want.
Iaen, you want to go first since you missed last year?
Yeah, sure. I think first off, clean up some of my flying. Make it to where things are a little bit more cleaner. Like even my TikToks, I feel my TikToks are a little sloppy. Maybe learn some transitions into things. And also try to learn a couple more maneuvers. One of them also being hero stuff. I don't really do much for really Pyros at all. That's something I really need to work on. Let's see. Get some projects off my bench. That way I don't end up looking like Steve Shaw from Florida. And after I get some of the projects off my bench, I'd like to build a couple of new models. Something current. For example, could be a Raw, could be, Kraken, whatever. I think that's about all I've got.
Okay.
Maybe lose a few pounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Who's next? Me?
Yes.
Yeah. Do it.
I wrote more inverted flying, as I was talking about. I want to do more flippy shit, like I see these people doing. Like this orientation is not an issue. Flippy shit.
Yeah.
I should add one to that. There's a maneuver that these guys do when they go left to right. They kind of come down, their tail down, and then they do like a half pyro flippy thing and come around. I've seen it a few times now, and now that I'm starting to say, oh, that's that maneuver, I got to figure out what it is and maybe break it down.
Is it?
Figure out how to do it. I don't know. They do some weird flippy shit when they're coming left to right. If I see it, I know it.
You're talking about when they come left to right and then do a half pyro, and then they come out this way and do that on TikToks usually.
Maybe.
No, Steve, that's not what he's talking about.
They come down from left to right and do like a flippy half pyro.
Do flippy shit. He's trying to tell you.
Shit. No, you might be right, Steve. I have to see it. A lot of times it doesn't. It might. Maybe it doesn't end up with the half pyros. Or I mean, the aileron TikToks. I also wrote more fun flies. I want to do more of those. Starting off probably in Miami and working my way up north. And I want to build a new heli this year. Come on, I got to put that. That's like an aspiration I want to do.
Hell yeah.
Build something new.
Yeah.
I should put in parentheses, AKA break into Steve Shaw's house and build something in the middle of the night.
Just go take one. He won't even miss it.
No. And we got our company party coming up Friday. Maybe I will do that.
Yeah,
Maybe
he'll
there'll be-
never
Why,
even
it's a
know
company party at his house?
Yep, exactly.
Oh, is it?
It is. Well, it's the IT party.
Oh,
The
okay.
company party is at the office at noon Friday, and then he's having the after party at his house.
it.
Ah,
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
nice.
So I might walk out with a gasser or something. Who knows? There's something that's pretty complete.
Watch Steve go into his hobby room. I could have swore I had a Schluter sitting right there.
Yeah, in the box, unopened in the box.
Yup.
You'll see it soon.
There was a
Soon,
box
very
there. I
soon.
don't know what it was. Though.
Yeah. So who knows? So who's next?
I'll go next.
Okay.
Mine's very simple. I just want to fly more. I've had absolutely zero motivation to fly for the last few months. I go to a fun fly and I kind of get energized, but then after a week or two, I'm like, nah. So I need to find something to get me re-energized in the hobby to where I can actually go out, get 4 or 5 or 6 flights a week, 2 or 3 a day here and there. Because right now I just have no motivation whatsoever.
I think it would also help, like, obviously your work is crazy, but to have someone kind of local to you that you can meet up and fly, like they can push you to like, yo, let's meet up, let's go flying.
Yeah, I don't have
flying
that.
buddy type of deal.
I
Yeah.
don't have that. I'll never have that because, I mean, how do you get that?
You got to go to your club and meet people that want to fly helis and you want to fly with.
There's nobody at my club that flies 3D helis.
Yeah.
You need to kidnap some people and then teach them how to fly. Like chain in your
That
basement.
sounds like way more trouble than it's worth.
You know what I gotta say though? It's interesting. I joined this club in mid VA, and like, helicopter's not even a thought in anyone's mind. I come out there now. This past Sunday, we had not just me, but we had two other people with helicopters: Goblin 500, a Blade 450X, and
Nice.
old like T-Rex 600 flybar that kind of ate itself. But yeah, I was like, wow. And they're like, what? They're like, wow, no one ever brings out helicopters. Like, good. Bring that shit
That's
out.
cool.
Yeah.
That's not the first story I've heard like that, man. Because John Biter and Gina, they fly in Sebring, Florida, and they were saying that their club has gone from primarily planes to like 15 to 16 guys show up with helis. They said the one weekend there's like 30 something helicopters there.
Wow.
Like just
Damn.
everybody brought 2, and there was like at least 2,
Nice.
something like that. It was quite a bit.
The other problem with that is I'd actually have to go to the club.
Yeah.
Which means I have
But,
to
you
put
know.
stuff in the truck. I have to drive over there. So I waste 15 minutes getting there, 15 minutes getting back. That's 30 minutes. I could be doing something else.
I guess.
Damn, that's all?
Yeah, I wouldn't be complaining about 15 minutes each way.
Well, I mean,
Shit, I was
when
bitching
it's the
about
difference
45
between stepping outside your door or driving 15 minutes, it's like,
Yeah,
why
but I
bother?
mean, we've talked about this, right? Like, what drives what drives a hobby for us? It's not always just the helis and the flying, right?
No,
it's
I
the
know.
people, so
I know.
Where's the sad music? Do you have that keyed up somewhere?
I could.
That's what we need. Poor Andy.
I know.
I gotta go to the fridge and open the door to actually get something to eat.
I know, to get my own beer. Gosh, what the hell?
Damn.
If there were
nice.
some people that flew 3D out there, I might go more often.
Yeah.
But there's not. So, and I don't feel like training someone.
Yeah. Cool.
So if you're in the Tennessee/North Carolina area and you do fly helicopters, look Andy up.
3D helicopters only. He's picky.
Yeah.
Drive to his house.
If you
and-
are there, then don't bother me.
If you're really into 3D helicopters, just go meet up at Andy's house. Here's his address.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Got anything else or just that one point?
No, that's all.
All right.
Really shooting high this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does there need to be more?
seems like we're averaging 1 anyways. All right. So I got 4. I'm going to say get more comfortable doing right rudder Mobius flips or that transition. And then with that, I need to learn the other half of the right rudder, Piro, half Piro, or Mobius. So it doesn't look like I'm whipping the tail in one direction at the same time. It looks kind of weird. I've been practicing a lot of circuits going clockwise, but it's really rough. It's like, every 10, 15 degrees of that circuit, it's like a save almost. Like I'm like, like, ooh, that way, ooh, this way, So it's not smooth at all. I need to work on those clockwise circuits. Particularly, I'm talking about backwards flying clockwise.
Oh, okay.
But I
was gonna
mean,
ask you, yeah.
yeah, I mean, like not upright. Upright is fine. I mean, upright forward is fine, but the back going backwards and then an inverted stuff I haven't worked on yet, so I need to work on those. The other one is get out to a West Coast fun fly. Yeah.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm planning on trying to do something out in November. Yeah. So I got 10 months from now to plan it and, convince the wife, save the money, get the divorce lawyer, get all that stuff in order, and then I'll be out there.
I actually want to do that as well, but I don't think I'll be able to do the November.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go to the Marshall Ranch in February, but I don't think I'll make it this February. So
yeah.
maybe
in 2023?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm planning.
Okay. Yeah. And then I took this out, and I guess Andy put it back in, or someone put it back in, but auto.
Somebody put it back in because you took it out. You
got
gotta learn to auto.
I know how to auto, but you know what's gonna happen? Yeah, I know how to auto.
No,
in an emergency, I can
If you
auto.
had to auto, you'd fucking auto.
No. In an emergency, I can auto. I don't like to auto.
That doesn't count.
Why?
Shit, I can auto.
That's the time you need to auto. Why do you need to auto after
being
every
a
flight?
fucking pussy and
But
do
why
it.
do you need to auto after every flight? Huh? Don't call me a pussy. At least I fly. You don't even fly anymore.
Well, at least I can auto.
I guess,
Oh,
but you need to
boy.
fly to auto.
I am going to turn
Yeah,
this
do it.
podcast right around.
No, I'm probably not gonna auto this year. You can put it up there, but
No,
Why
don't.
not?
Just keep talking about it all year so Andy gets even more pissed off.
yes, that's even more worth it. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I'm gonna have to learn eventually. Like not learn, but I'm gonna have to get comfortable doing it eventually. But
You should, dude.
I'm trying to.
It's
I'm trying to.
so fucking easy. Just do it.
But I
should
get more
do the-
enjoyment out of the stuff that I'm learning now, and I'm like, yeah, sure, I should get comfortable doing autos, but I don't know. I'm having fun the way I'm flying now, so I'm okay with that. All
Okay.
right.
Did you write it down though? Is it on the list, or is it gone
Andy
from
wrote
the
it
list?
down.
I put it on the list.
So
All
well,
right.
auto exclamation point.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I think we're done with that. Do we have anything else we want to add to the resolutions?
No, I think that's it for me.
Yeah, I can't
Okay.
think of anything.
All right. Let's move it to Ian's Tech Tip.
Again, I don't have one this week. I've been pretty stupid busy.
Oh,
So
man.
Been
Hit the
pretty
button.
stupid. Yeah, we know.
Stupid
Oh.
busy.
You know how it goes on the show. We don't do it after a certain while. You just get kicked off. I mean, we just stop doing it on the show. Like, where's the planker segment? That's gone.
yeah, but that
And
took
so
like
is the
a few
planker.
months.
Mm-hmm.
This is 2 in a row. One more and we're getting rid of it.
Yeah. After our vacation, I'll have some material.
Better come back in the
Better
new year
have
strong.
a fucking epic one
Yes.
when we come back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. I agree. You should
Better have 3 of them in the can.
Oh, I'll have plenty of time.
You're gonna have shit in the year.
Shit. I'm gonna prove you wrong.
All right. I love it. I love being proved wrong. Do it. Okay. Let's move it on to news and announcements.
All right, we got any news?
And
announcements.
Okay, what do we got?
We now have a Team YGE USA.
Woo, yeah.
And who's on
Nice.
this team, you might ask?
Bunch of
I didn't ask.
Right now, it's Ben Connor,
Ben
Scott
Connor.
Graham, Ben Key, Jordan McFarland, Caleb Turner, and Steve Yun.
Nice.
Damn, how could I almost have forgotten about Ben Connor?
Mhm.
Hung out with him a bunch.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Ben's a
did
good
talk
guy.
about him a little bit. Yeah.
Did you annoy the shit out of him with the Arnold voice saying Ben Connor
absolutely.
every 2 seconds?
I annoyed freaking everybody with the Arnold voice.
Okay. Awesome. Perfect.
That's what I do with it.
I even did
Loves to
it.
perform. He does not disappoint when he hangs out.
Huh. If there's
After
annoying,
Margarita too. Oof.
if there's annoyment to be done, that's me. I'm doing it. I don't even know if that's a word.
It is now.
It is now.
Okay. What else we got?
We have a new version of Heli X, the simulator, version 10.0. And here are some features of version 10 compared to version 9.2. It's based on a newer version of the graphics library. Support for virtual reality. Support for Apple's M1 processor. Airports of type 4K with a higher resolution. Better graphics by physical-based rendering. Water shader included. Because, I mean, that's important that you have shaded water when you're trying to learn how to fly a heli. The controllers can now be changed while Heli X is running. Use of actual position as place for the trainings, and more small changes. Cool.
Okay.
Always good to see things that are being updated and supported, so that's cool. That is Heli X. So
Heli
update.
X.
Are updates free on Heli X? I think they are,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. Cool. Check it out.
Nice.
I got one to talk about.
Sweet.
What you got?
Yeah, the t-shirts. So,
Nice.
so just to give an update, option 2, the Gray Eagle shirt is in. I have those all here. They're still sitting in the box. Option 3 has been shipped out yesterday, and I got notice that it should be delivered tomorrow, Wednesday, December 15th. And hopefully option 1 and 4 will be out soon as well. For the folks, depending on what you picked, depending on when I get the shirts, some might get it by Christmas, but there's no guarantee. So sorry for the folks that wanted to use these as a kind of Christmas gift, stocking stuffers or whatever. Try to get it out, but like I said, I can't guarantee it. But yeah, it is what it is, and I'm never doing this shit ever
It's
again.
kind of your fault. Yeah, if you were wanting to use this as a Christmas gift, it's kind of your fault for thinking that, you could do that we would come through on time. You should know better.
Well,
So,
and also because we didn't give any time frame, so.
yeah, I'm just putting the blame on them. So, I mean, it's not our fault. Obviously,
No,
they
of
know
course
how
not.
we are.
Yeah.
They should have planned better.
Right.
All right. Let's move it on then, unless we have anything else.
No, let's move it on.
I didn't see anything else.
Let's move it on so Andy can insult the rest of the listeners that are still listening. The people that didn't buy shirts.
There's still a lot of people I'm surprised didn't put in for shirt orders. I know who our real listeners and friends are.
Oh, boy.
All right, let's move it on. What's next for you in the hobby? Who's going first?
I can go first.
Go.
Let's see. Still gonna be working like crazy. Got Christmas shopping to do. Got wrenching to do on the Black Nitro and the Drake. on the Drake, I'm going to be soldering on some AS150 connectors. I got to do both the ESC and the battery, and then do up some charge leads. I'll be doing Discord on Friday, as always. And then, is this the last episode for 2 weeks?
It sure is.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. Then it'll be Christmas, and then work like crazy. Then New Year's, get trashed, and then work like crazy some more. And then possibly try to fly within some of those, in that time frame, at least maybe a good couple times. I know there's going to be maybe a few of us guys try to meet up and fly on New Year's Day. So yeah, that's all I've got in the long run right now.
All right.
Hopefully I'll be flying that Black Nitro. I mean, man, I thought Steve Shaw was going to have something built before I was finished with this thing, but I guess not.
No,
Guess
I wouldn't
not.
put money on that. Shoot.
Yeah. Glad I didn't hold my breath.
Yeah.
No.
You're gonna love the Black Nitro, man. God, it reminded me how good that helicopter flew when it flew
Oh,
this
dude.
past week.
I am so stoked. I can't wait to get a pull on this thing.
All
Cool.
right. Next.
I can go next.
Go for it.
Yeah, I want to fly some stuff in the next upcoming weeks that we're going to be off and enjoy some downtime. My wife's coming in on Friday and just going to chill out. I got a couple
Nice.
days off and I don't know. We'll see what happens. I might fly a lot. I might fly a little. I might not fly at all. I don't know. I'm just going to enjoy myself and just chill.
Oh, yeah.
And that's it. Nothing crazy.
Nice.
Okay. I guess I could go next. Yeah, fly. Work on the Goblin Black Nitro. I gotta pretty much take the whole motor off to get to that carb thing. So that's gonna be fun. So I do want to try to fly this weekend. Kids are off next week. I'm not. So that's gonna be fun. Whatever. Then there's Christmas. Between Christmas and New Year's, that Florida trip, and I hope to survive that trip. So I hope to survive the end of 2021. So
Nice.
that's about it for me.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I got to add that I might be meeting up with a fellow podcaster if he comes down.
Yep. You will be.
Nice.
Cool.
Who's that fellow podcaster, you ask? Mr. Andy Ross.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Kevin McGrady.
I thought
No.
he was talking about Frank Mordiellos.
I thought it was talking
No.
about Tom Stacy.
No.
I thought he was talking about Jimmy Jones.
I'm going to hang out with Maynard.
Is it
Right.
Javier?
Javier.
Javier. You can only go down for a Saturday between 12 and 4 p.m. Sorry, Javier.
Going to be in the Orlando airport hanging out.
Yeah.
There you go see him.
Yeah. Do a quick flight, and then
And then a quick flight home.
a quick flight home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So what am I doing, you ask?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm going to build a heli. At least one, possibly two.
Okay.
What? Really?
Yeah, what should I build first? The XL Power V2 or the Gasser Raw?
Ooh.
I'd start with the XL Power and then straight into the Raw. That way, you can break in that motor as you're building the
Motor's
XL
already
Power.
broke in.
Oh, well, shit. Do them both.
I'd say the XL.
First, I gotta have a motor for it though. I just now remembered.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do the gasser
All
first
right.
then.
And the Gasser first.
Gotta have servos for it. Just now.
I wanted to
remembered.
say the XL only because I wanted to hear your thoughts on that. I know
Yeah.
you've flown Gassers before, and
Am I going to do
That's
a
the reason.
review of the XL V2? I guess I was, huh?
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, so maybe I'll do that first. I'll
it.
find a motor. I think I was going to try a whatchamacallit in there, but I never did call anybody to order one.
Ego drift?
Yeah, Ego Drift.
Oh yeah.
I'll see what I got laying around. But I'm going to do that. I want to try to fly a little bit. I'm almost done with these stupid ass beans, so I'll have a little more time. Maybe I can go out and fly some. And I'm also taking a trip to Florida the week after Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm going to take the kids down to Kennedy Space Center,
Nice.
San Augustine for a night, Kennedy Space Center, and then maybe putter on down the coast, possibly visit Kevin, just depend on what kind of mood I'm in. And then that's probably it.
Really? It's going to depend on your mood?
Yeah, I might be like, screw him. I might just go hang out at Steve Shaw's house instead.
That would be good.
No.
Compensation helicopter.
If I get anywhere near the middle of Florida, of course I'm going to come see Kevin. Whether he wants me to or not.
Yeah, come on down.
Yeah.
If a cat or a dog slips into your vehicle for the way back up, I mean, so
Crazy
be it.
things have happened.
So be it.
Okay.
So I got to
things
work
have
that out. But yeah, that's going to be my vacation thing with the kids, since I really didn't get to come to Winter Bash, and they're at the right age to enjoy the Space Center. So I think that'll be fun.
Nice.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey Steve, we're all three of us are going to be in Florida at the exact same time, but
We should try to
totally
meet up.
different spots. Yeah.
Damn. Maybe I should book a plane ticket or something.
No.
Well, I'm not going
Just
then.
stay. Stay in Kansas.
Oh, what the hell?
Sorry.
No, you're not.
I did it for a laugh. Okay.
The first
Yeah.
listener that comes up to me and says, "What happened to Iaen?" When Iaen leaves the show,
You're like,
I'm going to be like, I think I'm going to punch him. Be like, you don't listen to the show then.
yeah.
Because we've been ripping on him for 2 solid years.
Right.
He finally got
You're like-
fed up with it.
Why is it that your third or fourth host always rage quits? I don't know.
I don't know.
Must be them.
Yeah, it must be that.
Yeah,
Couldn't cut.
must be them. Right.
Hey, I've stuck around.
You have.
You have,
Oh.
man.
Okay.
So far.
Actually, so far, who was the longest fourth guy? The fourth host.
Well, it took them like 4 years to find a third guy that would stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The third guy we went through several. We should listen. Who did we go through?
Well, Jeff started for.
So
an
Jeff,
episode.
obviously, yep,
Yeah,
3
Fred.
episodes. Fred, Chris Ryber
Nick.
for a little bit.
Right.
Nick
For a
Simpson.
while.
Nick Simpson, and then Chris
Chris
Nutt for like an
Nutt.
episode and a half.
Yeah, for like
Yeah.
2 weeks.
You know.
Andrew Garcia on for a few times too.
Yeah, but he
I don't know
wasn't a
if we
host.
ever
Nah, he wasn't a host.
Considered him a regular host.
Nah.
I think that was it.
That's
Oh
really
no,
it.
George. How are we gonna forget
Oh
about
no,
George?
George was the fourth though. He was the fourth. He
Yeah.
came in after Andy.
Oh.
We had George for the fourth. George stuck around for how long?
A year maybe.
About a year.
Yeah, I
So
was
yeah, I
gonna
would
say
say
year.
he's probably the longest fourth host on our show.
We've only had it's just George and Iaen.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so time will tell which will last longer. No. All right, let's move it on. You got any listener pipeline?
I don't know.
I don't know, Steve. Do we have any listener pipeline?
We do, because I loaded one in.
Okay.
Let's play it here. Hopefully I got the levels good.
Hello, Free Fall crew. Hey, I enjoyed your episode that you just released about wanting it now and stuff, and I was kind of interested in your what you would get if money and parts availability would be wouldn't be a problem. And I think for me, if parts and money wouldn't be a question, why I'd really like to put a turbine engine in a Synergy 766 running the 806 blades. I think
that'd be
that's a
cool.
sweet bird. I really enjoy the one I have. I just hope I don't crash it and have to get a different model. I would really like is Andy. He only updated the documents link or documents page in
I
like
delegated that.
a year or so, once in the past year. I know you're busy the last while farming, but farming don't keep you busy all year. Oh, well, just busting your chops. So, yeah, Steve from Hoover out.
All right.
Yeah, Ian, get on that. I delegated that to
Ian.
you, remember? It's your
Right.
job now.
So
The one
that was
doesn't even have a
another.
laptop.
Get to update.
That was another Steven busting your chops, Andy.
Yeah, I know.
There's like 3 of them that I know.
I mean, he's not wrong. So,
No.
you know.
All right,
No,
and
he's
that's
not
all we
wrong.
had. So, awesome. Thanks, Steve.
Okay.
Okay. It's time to wrap it up.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, I didn't do any wrap up stuff, so you'll have to give me a minute here.
I can't do it.
Hey, I can't run the
minutes.
board and also do this wrap up stuff. If someone else wants to take care of this wrap up stuff, I'm more than welcome to have them take over.
What do you mean you can't run the board? The only thing you've had to do since we started the show was play one voicemail.
Yeah, I had to load the voicemail.
All right, so should I do Podbean while you're waiting?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, people of Podbean, David Hill started following us. Terry Musick started following us. Kevin Tomberland, Star Wars Droid, and the RC Element started following us. Let's see what else we got here. Alan Jenkins burning up the Podbean likes with liking episode 228. Open the door. 229. The Spy Who Swagged Me. 299. Lego My Logo. 230. Safety Dance. 233. Independence. 231. Go Bag of Tools. 305. I Want It Now. 232. Tuning It Up with Paul Andrioli. Old as Shit. 235. And 234. Prime Time with Great Eagle Jr. RC Element liked episode 303 Black Friday, and the guy that I thought we were all going to mention, and it all slipped our mind about the guy that was new that we met this year was Tim Tideback. He liked episode 305. I Want It Now. Nice. Tim and his girlfriend Sherry. Yeah, getting to hang out with those guys at Spring Fling was awesome. And him and Jamie Burkholder and Craig Carter. And that was all a bunch of good dudes to hang out with this spring. So yeah, that was people of Podbean, dude. A little out of order. You got your stuff ready?
No, but we shouldn't have done people Podbean first because then that means I need to do Podbean comments. Okay, so yeah, we should have done Facebook comments. That would have given me plenty of time. Okay, people of Podbean.
There is no Podbean comments, I don't think.
There's one comment 7 days ago, unless I read this already.
Oh, really? I didn't see it.
I don't think I read it. So Great Eagle Jr. 7 days ago said the following for episode 304, Clingers or Sellers. Orbital Orion Ocular Occlusion Optimal Optometrist Omnipresence Reign of Deer Moose Cow Camel Mars at Homestead Stable Basement Flooded. Homecoming The Green Fire.
All right.
What that means.
Green Fire.
Yeah. I'm lost.
Yeah. Yes, so that's what we had for that. All right, so Facebook likes. I don't know. I'm kind of seeing 4 names here, so that's what I'm going to call out.
Okay.
And if it's not, sorry. And cat, stop jumping on my chair. All right, we got 1,390 likes. I'm going to say +4, and the 4 names are Randy Trun, Maddox Helly. Paulo. Guimarães. And Jason Freeman. Mr. Freeman.
Is that Marty Freeman's brother?
Yes. Plays the guitar really weird with the hand like this.
Yes. Steve got it. All right. Nice, Steve.
All right. Facebook comments. What do we got?
Oh, dude, we got comments on the last episode, 305. We got 2 comments from the same guy. The one and only William Anthony, Bill Ann. He commented if I could have anything for Christmas. He wrote Xmas, but I'm going to say Christmas because that's the way I was brought up. Whatever the cost, it would probably be that the amazing gold-colored F3C Quest model that Nick Maxwell flew at the Nats 2021. Truly a work of art. It's incredible looking. You can also watch him fly that model on my YouTube channel. Hashtag subscribe to Bill Ann. That's 3 exclamation marks for the record, Kevin. He also wrote in his next comment, "Hey guys, epic episode and thanks for the kind words about my YouTube channel. Hashtag subscribe to Bill Ann. Funny people would compare me with Kyle Stacy. I can tell you the difference. I reached 1 million views after putting up 500 videos. If 5 years.
In 5 years, I'm guessing.
In 5 years. Kyle Stacy got 1 million views with 1 video on Facebook. I hate you, Kyle. Just kidding. Well, that's
he
pretty
did.
cool.
How one of his videos, I think it was Raw, one of his Raw videos went viral and it got over 1 million views. Dang.
That's awesome, man.
Okay. Is that all we have?
Yeah, and I posted a bunch of pictures from the from the event, the Winter Bash, and most amazingly, all I did was snap a picture of Jay Treadway. Wait a minute. I posted one picture of Jay Treadway's toolbox. And I took the picture because Freefall RC Podcast sticker is above the Helihead sticker. And I didn't even realize that it said Certified Zip Tie Technician to the left. And there was a bunch of comments on that picture, which I'm having trouble reading right now. So if you want to see the comments, go to Facebook. Check it out. Everybody was like, where do I get that sticker?
That's awesome, right?
I think somebody ordered it on Amazon. So cool, man. That's it for the comments.
All right. What about visitor post?
Visitor posts. I don't know. What about them?
And do we have any?
You see any?
No.
All right. I don't think I see. Oh, I don't think we read this one. There's one. From Tima. It says Cliff Lewis. If you send glitter to this house, we are gonna fight. Hashtag Free4C Podcast. And then I might have said, should I not have given Cliff Andy's address? He said he was gonna ship him a Telerotor t-shirt.
Well, see, I got to give context because that makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
And I asked her, I was like, why would you put that on Facebook? That makes no sense. Nobody will know what the hell you're talking about. Let me find it here. Cliff sent me a text. He said, just listen to your last episode. I know exactly what I want to get you for Christmas. I need your address. And it probably won't be a glitter bomb, but I'm not sure. I texted back. I said, Tima said if glitter shows up here, there'll be some ass whooping going on. So, not from me, but she gonna beat your ass if you send glitter to the house.
Hey, Andy.
Yes.
I think we forgot something this episode, dude.
What do we forget?
a voicemail that was left on your
Oh.
phone?
Yeah, I don't really have any way to play that.
Okay. All right. So we'll save that for next week.
I
Or
did
2
get a
weeks
good
or-
voicemail. Yeah, I don't know how I would play that.
Okay. Andy's remote, so sorry.
Yeah.
The
Just play
people that
next week. You can play through the system next week.
Sorry, everybody.
in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I forgot. 3 weeks. Damn.
Taking the 2 weeks off.
Yep. You're gonna have to wait. Okay. Yeah. Then let's move it on to website comments.
We just got one little comment on the website. It was kind of like a reminder about one of our videos. 2021, our 2021 snapshot, the most watched video on our YouTube channel, YouTube page, or is this Facebook? I'm not even sure what this is.
No, this YouTube page, yeah.
YouTube. Yeah, which we don't really do. Steve, you do the most on the YouTube channel with the unboxing and the reviews and stuff like that. But we did that Blade 230S review,
Wow.
which got the most views, over 6,000 views.
Yeah. Over 24,000 minutes worth.
Yeah.
For like a 6-minute video or whatever it was, 10 minutes video or something. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. So top countries reached were United States, obviously, United Kingdom, and Germany,
Germany.
which was pretty cool.
Yeah. Awesome. That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see here. We did People Podbeam, so let's move it up to iTunes review.
There is nothing new on iTunes.
Okay.
But we did get over, man, probably about 20 this year, which I think is pretty awesome.
How many do we have total? Do we know? Like what's the
91.
91.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Awesome.
So thanks everybody that left us an
Yeah,
iTunes review.
Nice.
that's cool. Thank you.
9 more and we break 100.
Thank you, guys.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone. That's great. Okay. All right. I guess before we sign off for the 2021 calendar year, let's give a huge shout out to all our listeners.
Yeah,
Really
absolutely.
appreciate everything, all the listeners that obviously listen to us, but even and all the listeners that come up to us and talk to us at events and meet us, that's all great stuff, man. I really enjoy that. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks
man.
a lot. I'm sorry I'm such a dick.
yeah, sorry Andy's such a dick.
Sorry he's such a dick. No, but seriously, Steve, like getting these people I never thought I would get to the point where people would come up to me at a fun fly and like I thought I could catalog everybody in my head like that would come up. And I never thought it would get to a point where I'm like, man, there's been so many people like that I sometimes have trouble remembering people that I haven't seen in a long time or something, So forgive me if I do that, but it's very humbling and it's very cool. And man, we say it all the time, we'd be nothing without any listeners, and we enjoy the hobby as much as everybody else and try to give back as much as we can to keep everybody going, man.
Yeah.
Except for Andy. He's got issues.
Yeah, I have problems.
Damn it, Andy.
But thank you all anyway, each and every one of you.
Yep.
I do enjoy talking and hanging out with everybody.
Andy's got that work structure where he works for like 3 months out of the year and then he's off for 3 months, sort of.
Mhm.
So
I
he's
don't know,
like
this year seemed like the opposite.
So
Yeah,
those
it's
3
been
months,
busy this year.
those 3 months equal like a week in a postal workers week. So like Monday they're ready to shoot somebody, Tuesday they're ready to shoot somebody, by Thursday they're ready to maybe smile, and by Friday they're singing. So we're not to that point yet.
Yeah.
Andy's singing.
we're not through the
he's-
week yet. We're almost at hump
yeah.
week, hump day.
Yeah,
I'm almost
we're in-
done with the
we're like
busy
Thursday
stuff.
morning, I think.
Yeah.
So he's less likely to shoot somebody. All right.
All right. Do you guys have any other final words? Because I'm not gonna do an outro today. We're just gonna end the show. So
All right.
give you guys a moment to say anything to our listeners before we.
I hope everyone has Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Don't eat or drink too much. Be responsible.
Huh?
We'll see you next year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Merry Christmas, Merry New Year, and may next year be a better year.
Yeah, I'm going to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you for all the other guys that do podcasts, man. Love you guys. And
Yep.
I love listening to that. And thanks, Bill Ann, for doing a great channel and putting up with my bullshit for 5-something years. But you deserve it. Let's face it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm really happy that I know so many great people in the hobby, man.
Yes.
So many great people, period, man.
Yes.
Jeez.
Yep.
It just gets better and better, man. It's amazing.
All right. So yeah, thanks to all the listeners. Thanks to all my sponsors. I do appreciate all the support I get from my sponsors. So yeah, thank you. Right. Thanks to our listeners, free our skies, and we will see you next time. The new year.
Bye.
See you next year.
See you next year, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Good show, guys.